Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new project on uh, Crew 616 on the Route 616 channel. First time I'm hosting one of these things instead of Ryan.
I was just letting you fight through it.
Hey, I'm not going to get better if I don't try.
Yeah, I mean, this is technically welcome, guys. I mean, I not to step over Bill's toes, but this is technically Bill's series. Um, we're gonna play some Football Manager, and by we, I mean Bill's gonna play, and I'm gonna watch and be a guest and commentate as well.
Might as well start loading that while we run through the introductions here.
Yeah, tell us
So,
what we're doing in
this
this
was brought
series.
on because of Epic Games giving away the new version of Football Manager for free, and Ryan downloaded it and suggested we do a series. And I've been playing Football Manager 2020 for years, so I was in. And you'll notice this is Football Manager 2020. I got the new version, but I don't want to have two versions installed on my computer at once. And I'm currently 7 years into this save, so I'm not switching over to the new one until this reaches some sort of conclusion, which may be sooner rather than later.
Yes,
Um,
conclusion of a positive or negative story.
yes. In this series, I'm coaching Amazulu. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of pronunciations because I don't know how to speak any African languages. And this is a South African football club. I took them on because I just figured I'd try something new. Africa was first in alphabetical. There's only South Africa in there. And Amazulu was alphabetically the first in the South African teams. I know very little about South African football other than what I've learned through this save.
Wow, you really put a lot of thought into that choice, huh?
I've run a lot of teams that mattered. This was just, I'll try something new. And I kind of fell in love with the club because I've been having a pretty good run. Uh, for a brief overview here of where we're sitting in this, I started in the 2019-2020 season and got fifth place. Wasn't too impressive of a season, but this was their first year promoted to the top league. So all I had to do was not embarrass myself, and the board would be pretty happy with me. Next year, I won the league.
Wow.
Year after that, I fell down to third because your schedule is brutal when you're defending champion. And one of the recurring themes of this is that I have no squad depth whatsoever. 2022-23, I won the league again. 2024, limped along to another third.
How the hell did you get the 10?
24 and 25 is where things started to go wrong for me. I got another third, so everything looks alright. But there were some rough patches. My squad depth was becoming more and more of an issue with me. And it got to the point that Ben Williams, one of my players, complained that I have no depth. And I needed to try to strengthen the squad. So I was already past the transfer window in the fall. But I lined up a couple of really good loans. Got some squad depth. And then my club gets sold. And all my loans get cancelled. Because I'm in the transition of leadership. I'm not allowed to make any moves financially. And I only had two right backs. Both of whom got hurt.
Oh my god.
Which led to this clump right here. Where I lost 2 games and tied 2 games in like my busiest month of the year. After that, finally got the club. December doesn't go a whole lot better than November did. Still pretty rough. At this point, I'm literally playing a guy who has 2 stars into junior in like my as like a junior player. He's not even senior team caliber. I think he was like 15 at right back because I have no one left to play in that position. So I'm basically fielding 10 men against 11. Finally get the club sold, and they immediately informed me that they would rather have a German coach. So they have almost no interest in keeping me around. I put on this little 5-game winning streak, and they decide, I guess they'll give me a chance, but I really need to shape up. Rest of my season goes pretty well. I meet the old board's expectations for the season with getting into 3rd place. New board puts me on probation. I had to go into a meeting and grovel for my job. They told me they'd keep me around if I could get 10 points out of the next 5 games. Then the season ended. So we're kind of in an unknown. I don't know if my probation's going to carry over to this season or not.
So when you say you had to go into a meeting, like you actually in game, like had to go in a meeting and like
yeah, and I had to basically beg, what do I need to do to keep my job? And that's when they gave me the ultimatum: you need to get 10 points out of the next 5 games, which means at a minimum 3 wins and a draw out of 5 games. Which is going to be real fun when you see the start of my schedule, if they do remember I'm on probation. In the off-season, I qualified for the Club World Cup, where I lost 2-0 to Real Madrid. Not bad for a small team from Africa.
Paulo Madrid?
Yeah. And then I managed to draw, in a 0-0 draw, a really strong team from Brazil. This is not the strongest team I get a result about in the near future. They've got 4 stars of reputation. I'm sitting on 3. I've been pretty steady on 3 since I started this save. But then we jump over to this season, and I have a pretty normal preseason. But the notable one is this 3-0 win against SLB. I had no clue who SLB were. I just took the team. Turns out they're really, really well-regarded Portuguese team with 4.5 out of 5 stars. I trounced them 3-0. So I have some hope for this going forward.
And they had way more shots than you too in that game.
Oh yeah, that's why I found out who they were, because I'm like, wait, this game's really hard. I thought they were just like some lower team African club, like most of the teams I play in preseason. So I didn't really pay a lot of attention. I didn't prep for a hard game. I just I'll just throw it whoever. Don't pay a lot of attention to the names that I had there. I'm not going into detail about what anyone did, because my board has happily sold most of my top team from the previous year.
Lovely.
Which is why I earlier mentioned Ben Williams wanted me to strengthen the team, because he's currently furious with me for not having done that.
So, being a South African team, how are the finances?
They've been pretty good until I hired a whole bunch of people to try to strengthen the team, and that's why my board's selling everyone.
I took a few seconds to notice that that dip there.
That's the new ownership. Like, everything's great, and then the new ownership takes over, and they're not investing in the team. And I'm still investing in the team, so I'm just like, yeah, I'll hire you, money's going into the toilet, so they're happily selling everyone that I've invested in. Just to finish up my preseason, I got to the semifinal of the Super 8, which is just, it's like a Carabao Cup type of thing in South Africa. It's not real important. The board just wanted me to get to the semifinals. I got there, played Sundowns, which is a team I have some history with, because the African Super Cup here, this is basically the UEFA League for African football. Played Sundowns in it, came in as the underdog, and I beat them 2-1. And was slightly ahead on pretty much every stat that matters. And their coach gave a meeting an interview after the fact, where he talked about how I got really lucky and didn't deserve that second goal. So the press asked me what I thought about him saying that. And this is a case where the limited options of the game kind of screwed me, because I could either agree with him, say nothing, or be like, oh yeah, well, he was lucky to be in it at that point. I absolutely deserved that goal. And I decided to back my guys and said I deserved the goal, even though it came on a little harsher than I wanted to about him. Well, I pissed him off. And then I had to play him twice more the next week. I managed to win 2-1 at home, or 1-0 at home against him. And they are a better team than me. Like, I'm not disappointed about losing to them. Second leg away, they go to 2-0 win and beat me 2-1 on aggregate.
My God, look at the shots they had on you.
Oh yeah, they were just hammering my goalie for that entire match. I made them mad. I embarrassed them twice in a row, and they came in mad. But then we get to the challenge that sponsored this. I'm currently here. These are all Premier League games that I need to win. I have 4 in 8 days. And so I figured that would make a pretty interesting first video.
Yeah, this series, if it even lasts long enough to turn into a series, is
yes, this might be a one-off, like, memorial to my 7-year save before I switch to 2024 and start coaching Shrewsbury Town.
So this is pretty much a subtitled the 7-year challenge.
Yeah.
The year 7 challenge, whatever.
Going into things, everything looks pretty good. My team are strong. They're getting good performances, except notably here, where we have Ben Williams, who is absolutely furious with me for not strengthening the club, because I tried to strengthen the club and then the board sold everyone. So I brought this guy in from Wales, and he's having none of my shit.
Good thing he's not a star player or anything.
No, that is important, but like, no one really cares that he's mad at me.
I was looking at the playing time pathway.
Yeah, but he is a defender, which is where my club's strength is right now. We'll get a better look as I'm setting up for
well, it seems that way just from the scores you've been running through.
Yeah. We'll get a better look as we're setting up for a game coming forward here. But I've got really good defenders, and I haven't had good strikers my entire run. I cannot find good strikers. I can't coach good strikers. They're not coming out of my development. But I've been getting by with having good wingers.
So okay. So with how your board reacts, I thought you were playing as the African version of like Man United, but when you say you don't have a striker, that makes me think you're playing as the African version of the Wolves.
I kind of am. Literally, when I took over this team, they had just qualified for the Premier League. No one
You get
expected anything from them.
well,
It,
considering your replacement last year too, that's very Wolves-like too.
yeah. I mean, like to see Wolves get third.
Oh well, yeah, last year I was thinking of the 10th that you're in now preseason. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That was
That's a little deceptive because if we
probably.
look at let's see if I can get the Premier League breakdown here.
There's your league table. That's what I was looking at before. Oh, you haven't even started playing yet. That's right.
That's
So
why this is last year. Let's bring up this year. Most of the teams ahead of me have played 2 games. I haven't played any. That's why my schedule is so congested for the next week because I've had all these cup challenges and stuff, and so they haven't been able to schedule me any games. And so I've fallen to 10th basically because I haven't done anything yet.
yeah,
Uh, but it's going to be interesting to see how things play out here. My whole squad looked tired. I wasn't worried about that because this I left off right after the last game preseason game I played. It was actually in qualifying for this year's Confederation Cup. I trounced some team from like I don't even know where they're from, but I trounced them 9-0. So attacking midfielder. I could definitely use an attacking midfielder. So of course my board won't let me try for them. Attacking midfielder 75. They'll let me try for this guy. This isn't really important. This is still just. I let my assistant coach take most of the press interviews because I find them annoying. So I'm just like, you go do that. And he's talking up the guy who got player of the match for that game. This is because I'm also the coach of Canada. Oh, what a surprise. The guy that keeps doing really well for me is expected to do well for me. If you're looking to get into this game, and for Ryan, because you'll probably run into this screen is social media. You can pretty much ignore whatever's said on there because they act like people on social media. You'll go out and you'll beat someone 9-0, and then you look at that screen, some asshole will be on there like, "Oh, I don't know why everyone's so excited. I thought they sucked." And then you'll get beat like 12-0, and some guy will be on there like, "I thought they looked really good. I have strong hopes for the team this year." So I just ignore it. It can be interesting to see like what they think of bringing in new players, but ultimately it doesn't really matter because they act like people on social media.
yeah.
Now, ironic for people who know me, but my formations lately have been very right wing heavy. I thought that would pop you. I'm just checking out the heat map from the last match. Although I'm not going to get very much out of this because that I was playing a bunch of amateurs. Literally, I'm not being derogatory. It was a semi-pro team I was playing. And so the fact that we kicked their ass tells me nothing about how good my team's going to be doing. A fully professional team should trounce amateurs.
Sure.
Nothing interesting in humans development. He
No
needs to
progress.
he needs to pick things up a bit. I'm counting pretty heavily on him. Tunkara. Not. Oh look, nothing happening. I'm not going to sit and watch Canada games while we're recording. I don't usually do that anyway because it just plays out a match and you can't really do anything with it, so it's kind of boring, but it always gives me the option to go and scout people. I wish there was a way I could send my avatar to scout and it would like act like I watched the game, but I don't actually have to watch it and I can just get the data from it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because the problem with this game is that when you're watching stuff, it's real time. Like
yeah,
it'll
I
fast
got bored
forward
watching the game.
Yeah, it'll fast forward when nothing's happening, but it's real time when it's actually showing you stuff. My reserve kicked some. Okay, yeah, these guys don't even have any information on them. That's some lower league team that's probably all randomly generated characters.
Jody February is a hell of a name, though.
February did good work for me. He's coming to the end of his time here because I've gotten better players, but February is one of the main reasons I've placed as high as I did. And if anyone does know African football and by some miracle ends up watching this video, you're probably not going to recognize most of the people in this club because I've been at it for long enough that like 70 or 80% of my team is randomly generated characters. If you get a blacked out portrait or like a photo, it's a real person. If you get like a cartoon looking face, it's just a randomly generated person that's come up since the game started.
Oh, we've acknowledged this is year 7, so
yeah, I just wanted to mention how many, like, because for the entire run I haven't been allowed to hire people over 30, so I've been bringing up a lot of people from the youth system. And I suppose I'm not really going to get to do any training. I get one training session this week. Great.
Who needs warm-ups anyway?
I'm probably going to have to take him away. I like to let... Oh, no, wait. I accidentally gave him to them. I normally let them have my players, but I need everyone available to me right now. And a 19-year-old, I might... Actually, I think he's 18. Yeah, he's 18. I might need that youthful stamina coming forward, so I'm going to have to take him away from the under-19s. Oh, well, that's good. Team I'm playing first is coming in demoralized. They just got beat 6-1 by Sundowns.
Well, hopefully that helps you.
I need that. I can't have them coming in feeling good about themselves. No, you don't want them
fired up.
Although they're my first team. Oh, God damn it. Okay, they're just trying to steal someone I'm hiring. The fucking Egyptians.
Oh, it's a really good team.
The fucking Egyptians, the Qataris, and the Saudis keep getting into my team.
I guess it's only a fine team.
And they keep stealing. They keep hiring all my good players away. And I can't do anything about it because my good players insist on having a release clause. And so then they just pay the release clause and come in with their huge amounts of money and negotiate directly with the players, who, of course, want to go play in these bigger leagues. So I keep losing all my good players. I've now fallen to 12th without doing anything. In the past, I have been fired for this.
Wow.
It was over the winter break. I made the mistake of telling my board things would look better in a month. I didn't get a game scheduled for the entire month, so I fell like 5 places into tables without being able to do anything because the schedule was just against me. And then they fired me because my placement was worse.
Oh, that's pretty fucking funny.
I was not impressed at the time, but in hindsight, it was pretty funny. That's why I never get grovel that way anymore. I'm just like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, I don't blame you. You got fucked hard.
Yeah. That looks good. I might regret having Williams in there, but he's about the only guy that can play in that position that I have available. So I gotta use him even though he's mad.
At least he's the only one mad.
Yeah, still, I can't have him like tuning out of a game because he's mad at me.
Yeah, true. Ben Williams. You're...
I hired him special from Wales because I was hurting so bad for players in that position. The circles are their comfort level with the role I'm asking them to play. And I'm just running through basics for anyone that doesn't know how the game works. And stars are how good they actually are. Like 3 stars is good. And it can go right up to 5 where you're a star player. And as low as half a star, which is not suited for the position. Just to demonstrate that. Sorry, Ben, let's stick you up here and show everyone what it looks like when you're not suited for a position. And the red square, the green to red is how well you control that section of the pitch. So I'm coming in looking pretty good for the first match, which is against relatively weak opposition. The test will be how attrition wears me down going forward. Oh! The press have no faith in me. They're actually positioning Wits as the slight favorites. I mean, they've been doing fairly well. They actually won the league in 16-17 before having a pretty big fall off. But I can usually beat them. And it looks like they're having a really bad season this year. With their one game, but they got beat badly by a team I've beat twice. Talk up flares a bit. Yeah, you guys are not going to be allowed to have any players right now. I don't like sending my lower teams with guys I normally probably wouldn't use, but recommend support 4 to 5 supports. Let's see if I can make this work. 2, 3. One more person on support, they suggest. Yes, can switch Walker over to support without lowering his ability any. Once again, keep things to the right-hand side. Might as well try to fix some morale while I'm at it. I recommend any time you get a chance to compliment your players for doing well, you take it, because most of the time it cheers them up. You're not getting to see it because these guys are already in really good morale, but
yeah,
makes them happy, except if you praise the same guy too many times, and then they get mad because you're talking to them about the same thing over and over again. They're like, fine, I get it. Fuck off.
Stop dick riding.
But it's pretty rare that you get the same guy.
Make
Oh,
make an
wow.
Almas.
The Egyptians are actually willing to negotiate with me for this guy.
Huh. Wow.
Oh, he's not, though.
Shed, we gotta stick to the right, so we're making Amazulu great again, one game at a time.
I have the better winger on the right-hand side, so that's what I've been sticking to that side. But none of the front of my team is particularly strong. They're all good, but I've been having a winger that was like 4 or 5 stars for most of my seasons.
The golden arrow sounds like a DC character waiting to happen.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yell at that guy for not progressing enough. Might not have been the best idea to send them to this squad. They're not very good, but I can only have 5 foreign players in my team, and he wasn't making it, so I sent him off there to give him something to do, so he's not hanging around the dressing room whining to people that I'm never playing him. Apparently taking people away from the under-19s hasn't caused problems. Oh, fuck off, Gilchrist. This is the 3rd time he skipped training.
What are your disciplinary set at for?
Oh,
Do you remember?
he's getting fined a week's wages.
I know I mean, at least at the start of 2024, I was able to set my disciplinaries for different actions.
I don't. I get a general code.
It's like,
Oh, he actually got fined 2 weeks. I can set the general code of conduct. I can set details. I don't usually bother, but I mean, he's getting fined 2 weeks of wages.
yeah, that must be the 3rd strike.
Yeah, he's getting pissy because I don't use him much. I brought him in for depth, and he sees himself as more than a depth player, and so he's not happy with what I'm doing. But you know, I got to make choices for the team instead of one guy sometimes. Oh, what a surprise. My under-21s lost after I took away everyone good from them because I need them for the next couple of games myself. Now, if this does turn into a season, enjoy my recently recovered my fitness test screen being less than 1 screen long. Because for my last couple of seasons, there's constantly been like 8 or 9 guys on this at all times. Because I don't have depth, and I keep getting these clumps of tons of games crammed close together, and then I have to play people more than I want to, and then they get hurt.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have a clump of games together at the start of the season.
Oh, of course not. Especially not playing Mabuli here. That's not going to last, because he just came off a broken leg. I brought him in the off season. He came in with a broken leg. But I probably shouldn't be pushing him this fast. He's still only at 77% match sharpness. He's finally gotten up into the 90s in fitness levels. But yeah, they're complaining that he's going to struggle to finish the match. I don't see myself having a choice but playing him. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be playing in the rain, so that's fun.
I want to.
Wow, this is slower when I'm recording. That's the first time I've noticed recording actually interfering with it. They don't care about my pre-game talk. That's not good. So now it's hopefully I don't have to yell at them a whole lot during this game.
So is this always the view for every game?
No,
Is like
there's
this, or do you change it?
you can change it. I like having the top-down view because it makes it easier to see what's going on.
Fair.
But like, I can go into the settings here and camera. I could set it like this, and we get realistic, like television angles on it. Or a good one is
I I did not explore that when I was playing. I should have.
director is probably the best for getting like a highlights type of feeling for what you're watching. But and I'll probably use this angle if it doesn't lag too much for the stream because it's or for the recordings because it's a little more interesting for people to watch. Uh, but I usually just watch the straight 2D classic because it makes it really
I have
easy
a
to
feeling
see.
that's gonna be your best bet.
Yeah, it makes it the easiest to see how my formation's holding up.
I think it's gonna help your leg a little too, because there's less
Yeah,
going on.
because it actually renders, like, it's starting to render the rain. It renders the audience, which isn't huge here. I'm in a smaller arena, but when I go to the bigger ones, there can be like 60,000 people it's trying to render.
By the way, to anybody watching this, on top of Bill hosting this series,
You actually broke up pretty bad there. Oh, look, pulled his groin already. First game
yeah, you
back.
broke up there for a second too.
First game back, he pulls his fucking groin. I can carry him. He thinks he can finish out the game, but that's what I was worried about with these guys coming in with the weak stamina and heavy schedule.
Is that the guy who broke his leg?
Yeah, he pulled his groin 20 minutes into the first match back. And they get a penalty. Fucking fantastic.
Trying to be your Adam Copeland.
I told him not to go up on that cage.
So, this is a good start.
Yeah.
Maybe the press was right.
I mean, I'm dominating on shots. The only reason they got that goal was because we made a stupid mistake in the box.
Yeah,
And I don't want to go.
2D feud definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to go yell at Safama because I know what he's like. He'll crumble if I yell at him, and then the rest of the game he's gonna suck. And that's the caliber of striker I have right now.
I actually like the 2D feud.
Yeah, it's really good for telling what's going on. I'm gonna have to tell Safama to back off, ease off on tackles, because I don't want him getting red carded. I mean, he's my central midfielder. It's a pretty important role. I need him to hold his shit together. How are people?
Well, at least some good guys are fired up and motivated.
Yeah. Only one person's actually playing badly, and that's Dlamini, which doesn't really surprise me because he's in a pretty bad mood right now too. Like he's showing his happy-ish, but the issue is he wanted to get traded to a bigger team, and I didn't let him go because I kind of need him, but he's trying to show me I was wrong now. And there's why I put up with Williams' bad attitude. He's been a good signing to me, even though he's really not happy with our team depth. Actually, there's worse problems than him not being happy with the team depth, because at least he cares.
Yeah.
See if I can shake things up and get things going. On the bright side, for trying to get through this whole clump of games, at least this game's going fast.
Yeah.
Anyone I can bring
Although
on? It would be nice if I was winning.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I was getting at.
Yeah. See if I can shake things up a bit getting David Tao in there. He's pretty good. I'm pretty sure they used the same head for both of them and just slightly reskinned it. Because both these guys are like generated players.
She's trying shit.
Yeah. This is what happens. My guys get clumped up around the box.
Oh!
I needed that.
You sure did. Williams got the assist on that.
Yeah. And
That was good work.
McGoquina's been... I've been happy with him, even though he's not considered a great striker. He's been overperforming most of my 3-star strikers.
Well, if his potential's high, he might be getting there slowly.
Yeah. Yes, I do
I
still
do
want
like
to
that
put
you can
Tao.
see. I like that you can see their potential.
Yeah. Thing about the potential, you have to take it with a grain of salt. That's what your assistant coaches think it is. If your assistant coaches are bad, it can be pretty wrong. I've got a good coaching team here. You'll notice as you're watching this, I've delegated a lot of stuff to them because I've got a really strong coaching team. The one thing they seem to be poor at is coaching strikers. But overall, they're very good. So I delegate a lot of this responsibility to them. Yeah, I better get Mabule off before he gets hurt. Whereas he's not having a great game anyway. Torre. Don't really want to put you in, but I think I need to.
You did take him from the under-21s team, so I guess.
Yeah, but that was more to have him ready for one of the future games coming up.
One of the later games.
Yeah, I just didn't want him tired. I didn't actually want to play him today.
Well,
not on the wing anyway. I wanted him so I could rest McCoquina for a game. Because now I'm stuck just putting him
in a great spot for him.
No, but I need him. I don't want to lose my actually good winger for an entire season. So, and I'm all right coming out of here with a draw. If we draw this, I'm pretty happy.
It just needs to stay that way. What moves is Williams making? Oh.
Williams, I'm fairly happy with. I have another winger that on paper is a little better than him, but I find he just passes back to the goaltender. He'll get the ball, he'll immediately pass it to the goaltender. Oh, and I got a penalty of my own. So I might actually win this. Because it's Walker taking the penalty, and he's my best player.
Let's go, Walker. Oh, no. No way you hit the post.
Like I said, my strikers are bad. Even my best one is bad.
That was kind of that might be the perfect showcase.
3 stars is supposed to be good. Oh yeah, he's having a 6.5 rated game. Walker is not. He got man of the match last match. No one I can put in for you. Midfielder, attacking midfielder. I know what I can do. You're still coming out. I'm putting in Nick Selle and tightening up things on that side.
Strategy coming out from Bill here.
It's a worse formation, but at least everyone's competent at the position they're being asked to play. And I'm not dealing with a guy who's having a shit game. I don't like it, tightening it in like that because they can counterattack through that opening I created now, but I need to make moves to try to win. Margeman's my veteran. He's been with me since the start.
Yeah, he's moving.
He's been consistent. I think he's like... How old are you, Grant?
Oh, ooh, shit.
Yeah, that's what they'll... Oh, that's not good.
They look confident for a second there.
Okay, it's just a yellow.
Ooh, thank God.
Got distracted to go look at how old Margeman was. He's only 27. Wow, I thought he was older than that because I've literally had him in the first team since 2018.
Apparently, he was a young guy, 20-year-old, young gun 20-year-old.
So I got the draw I wanted. Not fantastic, but I'm on pace.
Yeah.
Because I could afford one draw. Nothing interesting there, just a whole bunch of people getting their first game because I've pretty much reworked my entire team over the off season. I tried to get to a point where I had basically two competent first teams, and then the board sold the old one.
Williams with really good pass percentage, I noticed.
Yeah. Why is this getting changed? Don't know. Makakwane got man of the match. That's good. I don't know why they think I'm media friendly. I never talked to them.
5 to 8 days, ouch.
Ugh.
But you're giving him an ejection.
I don't want to do that to open the season. Because the thing with the injection is, yeah, you can play them the next game, but there's a decent chance that they hurt themselves worse and you lose them for way longer.
Yeah, so...
I need to assume I can win these games without him and have him for the long... Oh, and I am still on probation. Because this is my probation breakdown.
9 points for the next 4 matches. Ooh, this isn't looking good for you, buddy.
No, I think I'm getting fired here. As soon as I saw the schedule, I'm like, I'm probably getting fired. That's why I wanted to make this video.
Yeah, this might be a one-off, depending on how long.
Yeah, see if I can actually pull it off. Because if I pull this off, they only want me to get top half of the league this year. So
it's win-win either. It's win-win for us right now because either you pull it off and we get a fun little
Yeah,
challenging series here, or you fail and get fired, and we start fresh with a new game.
yeah, and I would be okay with getting fired and moving on to 2024. I just I can't walk away from this
Yeah,
run in
you
the
have to
middle. I
finish your
need I
story.
need to know how it ends. I
You
either
have to finish your
I
story.
either do the treble or I get fired. Um, Foster for CSE. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Malula. They'll probably let me sub those guys back in, but right now they're expecting them to be tired, and I kind of agree with that. I don't love having Malula in there. I'm all right with Erickson. Erickson's good, but I don't
Say
love
it looks like
having.
you can get some use out of Erickson.
Yeah, I don't love having Malula in there with his 2 stars, but he's fresh. I'm about to hit my 300th game.
Well, a good, interesting time in there.
It's Highland Parks. If I'm gonna get a win, this is where I need to get the win. Because they're newly promoted.
And hopefully score high.
Score doesn't matter. I'll take 2 goals. I tend to win leagues by consistency rather than blowing people out. Because at
Fair
the
enough.
end of the year, we're not going with gold. It's not going to be goal different. Oh, well, here we go. I was talking up how good I am playing it down to right, and this time it was the left wing that took over.
Right, right where you belong.
No wonder we struggled. I explicitly told them to play up the right, because that's where my better strikers were. And they didn't listen and played up the left. Look how clumped over on the left-hand side they were. I mean, I know I tucked it in on the right towards the end, but I was expecting Walker to carry his load more. Oh, yeah. Highland Park has been sucking. No, no, there. This is this, by the way, is the reason my formation tends to clump up the right side. I just have this like attacking diamond here. Somehow Williams got himself onto automatic. I want him attacking too. So I have this nice little attacking right hand side, and then these guys over here just funnel everything up to that diamond. What a shock, Manaka's still not match fit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That guy doesn't pay attention to his training. So. Sure. I am perfectly happy making other people pay more to take away my good players.
That's always that's that's my wrestling booking game logic. If you're gonna get them from me, I'm at least gonna make you pay them.
Yeah. Well, this wouldn't be paying him. That's paying me for him.
Yeah, it's paying you the fee to get to talk to him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you. Which you getting money does is definitely not a bad thing considering those finances we looked at.
Yeah, I should be able to beat Highlands Park. I should be able to beat Stellenbosch. And then I don't know.
Oh, your rivals are up there.
Yeah, I've got Sundowns again. I can afford to lose 1 game. And I've got 2 winnable games in this. So I'm actually writing this Sundowns game off. And I'm completely willing to lose that one. I'm going to try to win the 2 others, and then hopefully I don't have Orlando Pirates for my last one. Because I can't really beat those guys very often. Just setting my scouts, looking at guys quickly. Do I want to send a scout to Panama for a midfielder? What the fuck? If they fire me, I'm not going to be able to use that money anyway.
I guess that's a way to look at it.
Argentine forward. With good finishing? Hell yeah.
I was about to say, that looks like a good idea.
You're not getting anyone. You're not getting anyone. Actually. Set all. I need them fresh. They can't be playing in a reserves game there. Oh, this is a good sign. I can put Mabule in if I have to. I'm gonna leave
I
him.
guess
I'm gonna leave him on the bench,
that
but I
late
can
game
bring him
substitution
in.
type deal.
Yeah, I might be able to bring him in late. Here's my record against Highland
Okay,
Park.
so you have a good chance. Like
Oh,
you can
that's not
say.
chance. This is my past record.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I do have really good odds that I'm gonna beat them. I think I do want to keep it on balance. Yeah, see for Foster. Alright, that Margeman from Malula, you think? Yeah, I definitely want Margeman back in. I just took him out because I wasn't sure he'd be recovered. And Sifama from Manaka. Let's see why it thinks Sifama's better. I'm gonna check
Looks about the
Manaka.
same to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna check Manaka there because oh, there's why. Manaka's better, but he doesn't have the match sharpness yet.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
why
let him get it in this match. I think I need that extra half star.
I mean, more confidence on your team doesn't seem like a bad thing right now.
Yeah, in the next game, I'm willing to field a bad team. This is one that I need to win, so I'm going to try to just overpower them.
Yeah. Beat them into submission.
I made a change to the coaching squad in the off season. They don't seem to like to listen to the new guy.
God, whoever 28 is moving. Manaka trying to prove you right. Oh, Jesus. Too high, but that was.
I'm alright. I mean, that's pretty much what we're going to have to do. I don't have good finishing, so they're just going to have to pound that goal and hopefully force something through. I can usually outshoot these guys about 20-4.
Oh, that was interesting.
There was no way he was making it from that angle.
No, definitely not.
Their goaltender has finally learned. Previous years, when he was in the top team, he'd just fire it up there, and I'd usually come away with it and just immediately back pounding on him some more. They're a little more cagey this time. They seem to be better at keeping it away from me. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Ben coming
Williams,
through.
look at that.
And this is why I put up with him being bitchy.
Manaka got the assist too.
Yeah.
Oh, he got
No,
the
it was
second
Marchman that got the assist.
Yeah, Marchman got the actual assist.
Yeah. Nice to see how popular this club is. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going in.
Then nothing happens for a long time.
I'm up 1-0. I'm alright with nothing happening.
Yeah.
I'd contentedly have the rest of the game run out on a blue screen. Doesn't make for good viewing, but I don't have to win by a lot. I just need to win.
Sure. Ooh. Bold shot. That wasn't gonna ever go.
No. I'm keeping him on the back foot, though.
Oh my god, Erickson building.
Yeah, Eriksson's actually better than anyone I had in on the previous game. But Eriksson was really tired because I played him in the Continental Cup game. And his stamina is garbage.
Oh, I do hear the C2 is tiring. So. Ooh, that was close. That was actually a good shot. Let's slowly watch people's conditioning go down. Oh!
That's what I needed. And yeah, like I talk about McCoquin not being a great striker, but he's already got 5 goals on the season in like 5 competitive matches. And I've quietly moved up to 4th. I'm amazed they kept me on probation after I won them silverware 4 years before they expected me to do it.
It's like get fucked moment.
It kind of was. I mean, I respect that they stuck to what they agreed to with me, but I kind of thought they might just be like, well, okay, he's done his job. Eriksson proving why I play him again.
Moving. Oh, shit.
That was on target,
too. You got that right up there, though. Yeah.
And that's what they'll do. They'll just sit there with everyone in the box and let me waste shots from the outside.
Oh, Eriksson is on that shit.
Eriksson might actually be replacing Walker as my best player.
He's having a great game.
He's always like that too. The only downside is that his stamina is bad, so he takes way longer than everyone else to recover after a match. But if I'm staying in this kind of control, I'm going to sub him probably at 60 minutes and try to keep his... Unless someone else is like actually doing really bad. I'm going to try to sub him at 60 minutes and salvage as much stamina as I can, so hopefully he's back for my 4th match.
Yeah, you can use him Oh shit! Let's go.
The new
His
guys I
first
brought
goal of the
in,
season.
yeah, new guys I brought in have been performing well for me because Delmini and Walker are both new players to me this year. Actually, pretty much my only holdovers are Erickson, Williams, and Margman, and Mirosavljevic, who, despite the name, is actually South African.
Damn.
I, I couldn't, because I wasn't scouting outside of Africa for my first couple of years. I didn't have the budget for it. And I couldn't figure out why I had somehow managed to land a Russian, but it turns out that I guess he's a Russian expat, has been living in South Africa for a few years, his family, because he's got South African citizenship, so.
Into that in the favor. I like how Monaka's been moving up the field too.
Yeah.
He's been having a good game.
This is the team I want to be playing in a lot of matches. Like, oh, Luke Fleurs is an older player too. I've had him for a few years. Everyone else I brought in the off season, but this is pretty close to the team I want to be playing. The problem is just keeping them healthy now. Unfortunately,
Erickson just doesn't. No wonder his stamina's shit. He just doesn't give up.
Yeah.
He just goes one speed.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of my fault. I tell him to do that. Oh, good. Fleurs actually made a good choice. He's a good player, but he tends to sit there and pass to the same guy over and over again. He'll get into loops where they're just passing back and forth.
Oh my god. That was a close one. That bounced off the high barrel, luckily.
Yeah. Let's see. Walker's 6.9, Fleurs 6.9. Yeah,
Nice.
everyone is playing really well. So I'm going to take Erickson out and try to keep him somewhat fresh by putting Melula in there. Oh, and they just use up all their subs.
They're desperate.
They are. They also haven't scouted me that well. Because, not something I'm trying to have happen, but my players tend to be very hard on the tackles, and they have a history of injuring opponents. So not leaving yourself a sub coming in there is a problem. I had a match where we managed to injure 6 opposing players in one match. And I had to go to a disciplinary hearing after that and explain that no, I'm not telling my players to injure people, they're just clumsy. But it's not smart to leave yourself without a sub for that long because these guys are reckless. Shockingly, after Walker was so good in the Cups, I'm having to pull him again for being the worst guy out there. I guess I get rid of Margman just because he's getting tired.
I guess. I mean, that saves him a little bit.
That's my thinking. It's not like... Because no one's playing badly enough that I actually need to pull them.
I mean...
I'm just doing it for freshness, basically. Like,
yeah, and you're up 3-0.
oh yeah, that's why I've been willing to let my defensive midfield get so bad, because I've got 2 guys on 2 stars, and they're now playing positions they're not remotely comfortable in. Just get them some reps in those positions in case I need to use them in the future. And Highland Park isn't scoring 3 times in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, you almost got up by 4.
Yeah. I'm perfectly willing to let them get 2 goals in the next 4 minutes. I do not care. It's just get to the end of the game, no one get hurt. Which I did.
That's a good win.
That went exactly how I hoped it
well.
would. Tell the guys I liked it. Now fuck off and get some sleep before the next match.
Kind of intrigued to see who gets your MVP for the match.
It's Mirosavljevic. Which is impressive. It's rare that my MVP is someone who did not score a goal.
Yeah, kind of shocked by that.
I'm not. I mean, he's been averaging 7.3 for a while. Like, this guy's really good. Board is happy with that. Okay. Oh yeah, Stellenbosch and Chippa. I can beat both of them. So Sundowns is a complete garbage game. I'm really happy with your performance in the training we're not having. And Gilchrist, fucking show up, you asshole. I'm getting rid of you in the off-season. Our next transfer window. You've been nothing but a headache, and every time I play you, you're bad. I can't believe I went to England and chased that guy down, too. He looked really good, so I brought him in, and then he's played like shit, and every time things don't go his way, he just doesn't show up to training. It's like I have a certain Chicago Phil working for my team. Oh good, Williams is getting cheered up. Let's see, CIC for Foster, yeah. Or Foster for CIC Senego. Don't love having you in, but I probably need you. Definitely don't love that. Cinnamel. I don't love a lot of the people I'm currently having to consider putting out there. But I don't really have a whole lot of choice. I need to rest the good players for the games I can win easily. I'm going to have to ride Safama and Eriksson hard for this next game. Like, this is my hope for actually making something happen.
Okay.
Probably should have read those emails. No. Yeah. The press are predicting I'm going to get my ass kicked. So am I. No one's learning anything at training. And they're encouraging me to turn up the number of defenders I have. probably the best I can do for that. Won the under-21s match, despite the fact that I took away all my good players from them.
Something.
How the fuck are Stellenbosch currently in second? They're constantly struggling to stay out of the relegation zone. No. Apparently taking away most of my good players actually makes them play better. Okay, this is Canada, so... I was scared for a second when I saw an injury, but it's a Canadian player injured. That's fine. I can actually... No one has to miss this game. This is going better than I thought it would.
Well, you got nothing good for him.
Well, he's not good. This is the guy I was talking about that was on 2 stars as an junior playing in that position, and I've managed to, just by forced repetition, get him to being useful in there. He's still not good, but he's a warm body that I can stick out there and hopefully he'll get in someone's way.
Yeah, fair enough. Sometimes it's all you need.
Yeah, I'm actually happy to have him in there right now, because he shouldn't be horrible, and I don't expect to win this game. This is really just a... This is the game I can lose.
Yeah.
If I win this, I'm almost guaranteed to pull off keeping my job.
Yeah.
I'll be very happy if absolutely nothing happens here. So immediately they get a very dangerous free kick. And Nedlovos looks surprisingly bad at defending that. I think they're still mad. I mean, this is the 4th time I've played them in a month. Was that Adam? I think that was Adam. Come on, Erickson. Yeah, my guys know they're overmatched. They're just dumping it to the outside.
Yeah. I'm surprised how long this match is going with nothing actually happening.
Oh, there's something that happened. Motung twisted his knee.
Guessing that's not good for you.
I used to start him a lot. Um, I've got better options now, so it's not ideal because I really can't afford injuries during this busy stretch. But if it's gonna happen, I'd rather it happen to him than one of my starters. Walker's decision making just looks awful lately. He just freezes when he gets the ball.
Feel that. I've bought 2 shitty pops in a week.
You can't blame me for the Beetlejuice pop. I told you not to buy that.
True. I ended up dumping the Oreo one too.
At least the Oreo one had Coke to like even out the flavor. When you were first describing that to me, I was picturing soda that just tasted like Oreos.
No, it tasted pretty much like a regular Coke Zero until like 5 sips in. Then you could taste it a little more, and then I liked it less.
I can see that happening. I'm willing to at least give it a try because it's a Coke product.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really care for Coke products, so I didn't really have
I
any
find
advantage
most
over
of their flavored stuff is pretty good. I mean, it's Coke Zero, so it's got a weird chemical taste that normal stuff doesn't have, but
top of the Coke line for me is a good old Sprite.
yeah. Don't like Sprite personally. That looks good until you consider that he was a mile offside.
Yeah.
It's one of the big things I don't like about him. He's really bad about staying onside. But this actually has me fairly encouraged, knock on wood, because this is a bad team I fielded. And we've been able to stay in it for almost a half.
Yeah. And they're trying pretty hard right now.
Yeah. I don't expect anything to come from it because McCoquin is good and Walker's good when he's willing to make up his mind quickly enough, but we are hands down the worst team here. I'm probably going to take Motung off pretty soon. He's playing badly and he's hurt. No, Safama's making mistakes too. He's one of the ones I was counting on. Not subbing someone at 47 minutes though, unless I have to. And by have to, I mean they actually got hurt.
They're fouling a lot.
That's what they do. Actually, my decision to play a bad team here might be working in my favor because we've played each other so much. They're used to my starters, but they don't know what these guys can do.
I was gonna say they probably expect you to pull all the stops.
Yeah, and they're not familiar with these guys. Like, there's not a lot of tape on them.
Ooh.
Because I don't play them. Yeah, covering him seems like a good idea. And that's the difference right there. My players just don't have that level of comfort yet that they'll be able to just shoot the ball through like 6 passes that fast. They always think for a second. There actually is a stat for that in the game.
Gotcha.
Close enough. Oh, yeah. Motung's 6.3 rated game. Don't really have anyone to put in for him right now, but I'm going to put in Traore and see what I can do with him. I don't love that, but it's something. If I have to, I'll pull Tao further inside, but I want to try to stay wide. Now everyone's looking decent at least. I'll get Walker out there, try to keep him a little bit fresh. This is where we can really see the pounding my depth has taken. I just don't have people to put in for people I'm taking out anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try something here. I'm just gonna have to keep you in there. Even though you're bad at it, I don't dare pull you back to a position you're good at because I've got no one to move forward. I'm going to tuck Tao in a bit and try to draw them away from that weak player. It lets Tao play a stronger position. At this point, I'm just playing for the 0-0 tie.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing you can kind of shoot for, really.
All of a sudden, they look like they're familiar with the formation, and it's some bullshit I just made up 2 minutes ago.
Would have been funny if they just got a goal there out of nowhere.
I've had that happen before. I've put in like 3 woefully ill-equipped players, and they immediately start scoring. Just because the opponent isn't expecting anything they'll do.
Ooh, that was a good... I imagine that was a slide.
Yeah. Because the circle's positioned at his body, so the limbs don't necessarily show up. That's what it looked like. He missed the ball completely, and it just shot off. You're not getting that past Nidlovo. He's one of my better players. Alright, let's change. Can I make this something impactful? Ericsson's looking exhausted, but I really don't want to pull him out of there. Traore I already brought in. Tao, I've got no one to put in that position. Makakwana, there's... Shangashi's not necessarily better, but at least he's not having a low-rated match. This is going amazingly better than I expected.
Okay. Interesting.
It'd be just my luck if they score now.
Well, you guys know what the mission is.
Ugh. This is the problem with Sundance fouling so much. I've got 4 minutes of additional time added. I'd really like for this to have been a half where they're just like, no stoppage time. We're done. Holy shit.
my God.
Oh no, never mind, offside.
Oh, damn.
Because of course he is. He's always offside.
That would have been incredible.
I've had
Too
matches
bad
where
he doesn't know lines.
in that semi-final, where it was a 0-0 that went to penalties that I won, he had 4 goals that were all disallowed for being offside. It was the first game I had him in after I got him, and I'm like, I see why they were willing to sell you now. You're a good striker, but you don't know how to stay onside. And there we go.
Oh, they got a goal. I wasn't paying attention for a second.
Yeah, they got a
What
goal.
shit luck.
They deserved that goal.
So close.
Yeah. We made a good showing. I'm happy
That was
with
hard
how
fought.
I'm happy with how this game went. Like I did not anticipate winning it. I didn't play to win it.
Only losing by 1 is impressive considering.
Yeah, this was like all the guys I don't want to play. I mean, 2, 3. Oh, that's his first. Nishangassi was on his first match ever as a senior player. 3 guys getting their start for my team because I don't want to play them normally, and I just put them in. Makes it tougher for me to protect my job, but that was not a match I thought I was going to win.
Yeah.
Player of the match for that. McKeezy. Don't know who you are. Because you play for the other team. We'll know if I pull it off after the Stellenbosch match, and I'm going to call it there regardless because that next African Cup game's going to take forever. I'm going in already 9 up. And the problem with playing bad teams is the match takes a really long time because you're just constantly watching highlights of yourself scoring on them.
Well, that's fine. It might just be a 2-part series.
We can clickbait the
we
next. It'll be like, will
well, if
Bill
I
save his job?
yeah,
Save his job.
we should know by the end of this game, because if I don't win it, I can't save my job.
True.
I won't even have to play that game. I'll show it because I'll get called into the board and I'll be informed that I no longer have a job. So we might actually see me getting fired tonight before this recording's done. The downside is because Mirosavljevic plays like my team, he's suspended for this game
Well done.
because he got too many yellow cards. So I'm having to play my Lula in there. And this is how the wheels tend to start to come off my season. Someone will get hurt or someone will get injured, and then the lack of depth in the squad. Yeah, comfortable favorites for this. But that's what happens. One player goes down, and then I have to put in someone bad, and that makes other players go down easier, and it cannonballs out of control. It's going to be really nice when I start a new save to have squad depth.
Yeah.
Is there anyone I can put in on attacking? This is a way more defensive squad than I want to be playing against. There's no one who's good at attacking. I guess you're the best at it? Hopefully I can make... Oh. 1 to 2 defend. Reading comprehension. We can put you on as a stopper. I don't really care what half those positions are. I should be able to get more players in for this. Still have had a lot of players will have had 4 days of rest here.
That's good.
Oh, good. The media is randomly stirring up rumors that one of my best players is being poached by another team, and their coaches are like, I don't want the guy. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a decent chance that come January he tries to buy him.
What's manager a Carney?
What's this? Oh. Homegrown league players in top leagues. Let's just rub in all the good players that got taken by better leagues this season. No, you're not getting any players. I still need them for that match. Oh, well, that game's after. I could have let them have them. It might not be too late. Here. I can be nice. They can have them because that's after the tight clump of games. Anyone that's fresh can actually go play with them. Probably everyone's going to be too tired, but that's their coach's problem, not mine. Yeah, this looks like the squad I actually want to be bringing. Except for Senegal. I don't want to be playing him. And Melula, I don't want to be playing him, but those are just what I'm forced into by fatigue and suspension. This looks like a squad I can actually win with, though.
It's pretty confident.
I don't love having that 1-2 star position in there from Melula, but Like I said, Eriksson is slow to recover, and I wore him down with the last couple of games. I could put him in again anyway, but he'll be exhausted, he won't play good, and he'll probably get hurt, and then I won't have him for like 4 games. At this point, I'm just kind of assuming I'm going to be able to win. If my team don't immediately get red carded, but I'm just assuming I'm going to be able to win, and so I actually need to worry about long-term success. Sure. Give it to the guy that I don't want in on the back line. That is one of the things I like about this game, that I can't directly control what they're doing. I have to try to manage them, but at the end of the day, they make their own decisions and can behave in ways that I don't anticipate. And I think Senego heard me. Or Shanego. I think that's how you say it. Because he's gotten aggressive.
Ooh. Let's go.
I mean, that's what we should be doing. Stellenbosch are not on the same level as us. I managed to pull us up into second place.
Come back, buddy.
They could pull an upset on me. I mean, I am away. This is their home arena. But I don't think they've... I forgot to check on the loading screen, but I don't think they've actually managed to get a win against me.
This series probably has a pretty niche audience. But
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
this
we're
is
pretty good.
even more than wrestling managing. This is like popping ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, to be fair, pretty much everything we do on this channel is popping ourselves a niche in its own
Yeah.
way. So.
And I mean, as a viewer, I personally would rather watch a video of someone doing something they're interested in than just chasing the clicks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I could download Fortnite, learn to play it, and record it, but I don't really want to, and I think that would show through.
Yeah.
I suppose we could record you playing Destiny.
Yeah. I've fallen out.
That's probably for the best.
I haven't played in like 2 months or something.
And stay tuned for the really niche show when Ryan records Power Wash Simulator.
Ah, man. I was so... There's definitely part of me that wishes I had just streamed that game.
I'll fully admit I don't get the appeal of that one, but whatever floats your boat.
Definitely have multiple games up, and like I should make a series of this, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
If I thought my computer could handle it without dying, I'd try to do a series of SnowRunner. But I honestly don't think my computer could handle that. It's a pretty graphically intense game.
Yeah, and considering it struggled with this a little bit, not in 2D mode.
Part of that is that this game is extremely unoptimized with its graphics.
Yeah, 2024 might not have that issue.
I suspect it will. It's a fairly constant trend for these. And we are now leading the league.
Nice.
But it's a fairly common trend with this company's games because there's so much going on in the background with the actual processing that even though the game designers put their efforts into that, the graphics are just kind of secondary and not remotely optimized to run properly. So they're notorious for killing powerful computers. Well, that first place lasted for a long time.
I didn't even get to make my comment that it'd be pretty fucking funny if you got your club to first place and still managed to get fired.
I was thinking it. I don't think there's a way. Oh, actually, even with them going back to only one goal winning, I'm still holding on to first place in the league. I don't think mathematically, just where I started so much later than other teams, that I can actually hold first place and get fired, but it would definitely be possible with an earlier start.
We're hoping to bring back the podcast this weekend. So
Oh, God damn it.
hopefully,
Not the
hopefully stay
podcast.
tuned for it.
Just, Walker just pulled his groin.
Oh, nice.
I told him not to do that in public, but he didn't listen.
This is nice that we're expanding our horizons still on this channel with another game.
Yeah.
I do like that. A new series abroad.
It's nice that we have a series that's not mainlined by Ryan, too. Like, you're kind of front and center on all the wrestling bookings, so
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to do this even though he's not good in the position I want to put him in. There we go. This will work. He's not the strongest at central midfield, but he's all right there. And given that Lamini was playing bad again, I think it's better to just have someone fresh in that spot. Sorry, Williams, you're playing badly. I need to get you off the field. Yeah, that should be fine.
Better hope your team doesn't fall behind now, or else William's gonna start shooting.
He doesn't like it, but he was the most tired guy on the field, and he wasn't playing great. I don't think he'll be too upset about it. And if he does, well, he'll be gone.
Blow him a kiss on your way out.
That's not even me being negative. Literally, if I don't win this game, I won't even get to coach the last one. I'll be fired because it'll be mathematically impossible for me to live up to my obligations. I really don't want to take Walker off. He's like is one of my best players on the pitch who hasn't scored a goal, and I guess I'll pull Margeman, try to keep him fresh. Oh wow, Sammy Seaby, there's a name I haven't seen in ages. I forgot you still worked for me. I hired Sammy like my second year. They saw my trying strange formations and decided to try some strange ones of their own. I'm not sure what happened there, but it worked out for us, so I'll take it. Boat teams have changed to weird formations, so they have no clue what's going on out there.
Yeah, you can tell right now there's some weird behavior going on.
Yeah, it's because I'm playing a formation they've never practiced, and so is the opponent.
Oh.
They're gonna make mistakes, but I'm just trying to hold on right now, because I don't care if I win by 1 goal. 1 goal is still a win. Actually, I'm going to turn off attacking and tell them to play defensive.
He kicks up the field.
I'm just as happy that didn't go anywhere because I noticed McQuaquina was a mile offside again. It's moments like this that keep me playing this game, though, because this is actually pretty tense for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm all right with starting a new series in 2024, but I don't want to get fired. I hate getting fired in this game.
Yeah, I mean, and
It feels like you're getting
obviously,
fired in real life.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you invested so much time too.
Yeah, but not even that. Like, even a new run, if you get fired after like a year, it
Yeah.
feels like you're getting fired in real life. Oh, that had me worried. And when it bounced over into Lovo, we did it.
So I thought it was gonna come back.
I think I've saved my job. I mean, I'll have to record an addendum sometime this week with that last game, because that's probably what I'll do is I'll go off and I'll play the Confederation Cup on my own time.
Yeah, I mean that can just be
I might record that game too, but I probably won't because it's not going to be very interesting.
I mean, we can just have a second part, and
Yeah,
it'll either be shorter or you save your job.
yeah. That's probably what I'll do. Is I'll just because I have to win the next game in the league, so I'll record that probably on my own time sometime this week. Because I have to play that Confederation Cup game, and that's going to be boring. Oh, I just totally blew off that reporter because I held down the. Yeah, I totally blew him off because I held down the button too long on next and missed it. But I'll play the Confederation Cup tie on my own, and then I'll record uh, the Chippa United game so that everyone should know if I've actually managed to save my job or not. And then if I do, I'll probably play a little bit more on my own. Me and Ryan will pick up and record another episode at some point down the line when something interesting is going on. When I
Yeah.
start the 2024 run with Shrewsbury, I'm going to try to record everything. But this is still
I
at
mean,
its core a personal game, and so I don't want to have a situation where I'm limited to only coaching a match or two a week. Because I also probably don't want my normal episodes to go this long. I don't know how long we've been recording, but probably about 2 hours.
yeah, if I was guessing. So, I mean, and I was gonna say anyway, to be fair with this series, that no matter how long it goes, this is your series,
Yeah,
so you can record it whenever you want to, and if I'm free, I'll hop in. And if I'm not, well, it's your series.
yeah,
So I don't mind missing a little bit. You'll just have to catch me up a little bit
yeah. And
if I
and
do
that's
pop in.
probably when I get to 2024. I'm going to try to do about 2 games a week, and just like record it in a session at some point and try to get something out consistently. This one's going to be a little
Yeah.
different because this is at its core still a personal run that I'm recording so that we get started recording Football Manager.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Well,
so with that, everyone have a good night, and hopefully I'll be back soon with a continued employment.
yeah. Fun times. This is a good start on some football manager.
So have a good night, everyone.